All right, Damien, you haven't seen any of these videos. You might have seen some of them around social media, but you haven't reacted publicly to it. So let me play this video first. I'm going to play them without the sound because the soundtracks are a little bit annoying and people just can get the idea from watching anyway. So let's play this first video. Off he goes. Pretty skillful at that, huh?
Well, he's very skillful. Oh, my Lord. Yeah. Now, Rob, you're probably comfortable doing these kind of things, being a skydiver at heart. The closest thing I've ever done to skydiving was actually flying the plane for a skydivers, and I had to wear a parachute, and they said, you know, Damo, you've got to get up and actually do a jump so you know what to do. And I said, well, look, how hard is it? Do I just have to pull this cord? And they went, that's all you have to do. And I said, mate, if that aircraft's going down, I'll jump out and I'll pull that cord. But other than that, I'm not jumping out of a perfectly good operating aircraft. So I really take my hat off to these guys. This is one hell of a stunt. These Red Bull guys are just next level, right?
Aren't they? And when I look at it from this perspective, just the ability. So for people watching that don't know about Damien, so Damien's also a drone instructor. And that's how we met. We worked for a company together and we were teaching people this drone stuff and how to do that. And it's all sorts of things, everything from the little stuff behind me to the big ag drones that are out there as well. We certainly, I don't know about you, but I've never been involved in any sort of stunts like this doing drones, but there's so many rules that go with all of this type of thing. And as the drone technology starts to evolve and develop, you start ending up in a place like this, which is pretty incredible. And I look at these stunts and, man, I think as I get older, I get a little bit more conservative and I'm a bit more kind of like chilled out. When you're young and you're in your 20s, you think that you're never going to die and you do the craziest stuff that's out there. One thing that I vowed never ever to do skydiving was jump off a building or do a base jump or anything like that.
Okay.
So just so many things can go wrong. I lost count. Recently, I went back and got my quals about a year ago, and I was jumping again, and I got about a dozen jumps under my belt, and then I got an injury, so I couldn't keep going. Funny enough, I'm just getting too old to do that stuff. I was at the parachute school. That was my last posting in the army, so I got a lot of free fall under my belt. It was really good, but I was never really that good at it. And military parachute.
I
was terrible at it, man, if I'm honest. And when I went back
to... Well, you couldn't be too bad. You're still alive, so you couldn't
I've got no injuries, so I'm all right, yeah? I always flared at the right time.
Nice.
But there was some dudes there that were just, like, really skillful, all the head-down stuff, all the relative work and all of that. And I was just lucky to get out of the airplane and just be flat on my belly, right, and pull my parachute at the right time. So, yeah, when I see these guys and I watch this guy, as you watch him come off the edge of the ramp, he's actually sideways and he hard arches to get himself there. So he's sideways and then he hard arches and he gets himself stable there and he tracks away from the building. All of that's happening in like 2 or 3 seconds. But just to have the presence of mind to be able to do that is really, really hard.
And he does it so naturally too. Like, it's great to see you be able to articulate what's going on in real time there. And it's, for me, I'm just going, oh my God.
Anyway, that was a fun one to start off with. Let me throw to the next one and get your thoughts on this, you hopeless romantic.